Hello everybody, welcome to a Fallout 4 video. This is my Abernathy Farm Settlement. I just want to show people what I've done here. Just for those people that don't know, this is probably the settlement that you can actually build the highest. So I wanted to do something different here. I originally started this from the bottom up. So as you can see, I'm just going to show you the entrance here. I wanted to create an entrance that was secure, and if anyone sort of showed up at my entrance, they were going to get blown to smithereens here, right? So I started from the bottom. Now this is a rectangle shaped settlement, so you really can do quite a lot here. There's so many things you can do. There's a lot of space in the front, there's a lot of space at the back, right? So you can really go crazy, and you have the height as well, so you can really build up. So if you wanted to build a massive fortress, you certainly can do that, right? So as you can see, it's a rectangle, lots of room. So like I was saying, I was going to start from the bottom and go up and build some big walls, and to me it just seemed kind of a waste in terms of this height settlement. So my first thing I'm thinking is, let's see how high we can go, and then we can work our way downwards, right? So I did spend a lot of time on this bottom platform here, and I built a bunker underneath as well, which I did turn into some sleeping area temporary, but then I reverted and I moved my sleeping area to the top, right? So I've actually turned this into more of a kind of a shopping area, where we can have vendors come in, and we have our own vendors and things like that. So as you can see, I've got some vendors on the right there. So for those who don't have the merchant vendor stores, you need to do the Bunker Hill missions, and then you get these little new stores that you can unlock. So just look up Bunker Hill, and there's 2 missions, and then you get a new unlockable under your resources area, and then you can create these cool little stores, and then you can have people like Carla showing up at your settlement. So let's start with what I did at the top. So I tried to go up on both sides. The problem is this radio tower, not this radio tower, this electrical tower in the middle. Yeah, you can't actually really build underneath it, right? It actually, in some cases, when you try and build underneath it, it actually locks your piece. You can't even delete it. So if you are doing this, just make sure you save often, because I had to try and delete pieces, and I had to actually load my games, because I couldn't actually delete a piece, and it just wouldn't allow you to go underneath very well. Now, the only pieces I found that did go under okay were these blue pieces, and the longer ones, not the shorter ones, the longer ones at certain levels, not at all levels. So just be aware of that. You might be at a certain height, it's not going to go underneath, so you drop down one and you go underneath, you try again, right? So I did try to go right underneath the area, or it should have gone under, but it just, for whatever reason, it's a no build zone, right? So just under this big electrical tower here, right? So just be aware of that. So I ended up just building on the left, and I got rid of the one on the right. So there you go. So this is my main sort of area where people can relax and chill out. So I wanted to have kind of a very elegant type area that people can come up and sit. It's almost sort of like a park type area. So this is one of my first rooms up here. This is not my main sleeping quarters. I also built a little view deck here, so you can look down. As you can see, it's just such a height difference from the bottom. I have my reactor there, and then I actually decided to leave my reactor at the bottom, and then I built power up. I've got this conduit coming up through the floor here, and it provides my power to my upstairs. So that's one way you can do it. And I just have that light up there, so I can see I've got power. It's easy to identify when you've got a power issue or you don't have a power issue. So this is my main quarter here. I mean, I was going to build a bunch of rooms like I normally do with my settlements, but I thought, let's build sort of like a nice long bunker room. I still haven't finished this room. I want to put sort of shelves and things here for each bed, but this will do for now. You also noticed I've got these glass railings. I'm not using any mods in my videos. These are just the standard window railings, which I've turned into nice little balconies. So sort of very nice looking, elegant, glass railings, which is kind of cool, I thought. If you're going to put these big Obviously here, windows in here, make sure you put actually the glass inside, because you actually can walk straight through and die, which I died many times from various. This is my nursery, little nursery here, and then I have my clinic area, and then just to the right here I have my kitchen area. So this is really the quarters and just general stuff here. And then on my other side, so I thought I already have two sections. So this is kind of just the living area, the eating area, and then the other side is really the farming area at the top, right? So you can actually just do everything at the top and remove any excess from the bottom, or need to be at the bottom rather. Okay, so we're just gonna go up. As you can see, just across the eating area, little bar there on the right. Okay, so this is where I have all my food. You know, I have a nice little balcony around the area. Can I see at the bottom as well. So I've totally removed all the crops at the bottom just because, you know, I wanted to try and get all my settlers at the top here out of harm's way if I did have a radar attack. But I still have some things like the collection things down at the bottom. So you have this nice railing, so if you do get attacked, you can actually come up here and you can actually snipe whoever is attacking you. I've done that a few times. I was thinking of building some sort of platform I could stand on. It's a little bit easier than trying to shoot over railings, but I've managed to shoot quite a few kills and stuff from here. Okay, then my second section at the bottom here. And I've even started building a third section, which I don't really need, so I've kind of stopped that for the moment. But yeah, I've got some more crops, got lots of room to plant food. I've got some water pumps here. Just note, you can put a couple of these water pumps into those pads, those food pads. They work quite nice. You can put 2 pumps per pad, so you can put a whole bunch. You can actually start a whole water farm just using these water pumps, which is kind of cool. So you can actually snipe, you can see quite far. It's really a lot of opportunity here for you to do something crazy and weird and wonderful. A lot of space at the bottom, a lot of space sort of at the back, a lot of space in the front. So you can do some crazy stuff here, right? So you know, if you've got the height, so you can really build tall buildings and go crazy type thing, right? So okay, we're just gonna head down and I'll show you what I've done at the back. Again, I wanted it had all these crops in that which didn't look as great, so I wanted to try and flatten it and make it kind of neat, and I'm kind of happy with how it turned out. And then I'll show you. Okay, there you can see from the top, you can see the power line on the right there coming down. And these are the nice, all the vendor stores, and they look really cool next to each other and colorful and all lit up. Then you have the merchant ones on the right here. I've got these barns. You can have these. You can just the reactor and show you the power here quick. This is the best way to bring power up a building. Is these curvy sort of conduit pipes. They click in very well. You just have to build a bunch of stairs. Put one there, build one down, etc. Right? It's a little tricky. It's a pain, and it just goes through the floor there. I'll just show you the back of these vendor stores here. Just kind of open so they can get in and out. That way you can just put it in the front. They don't have to try and squeeze in. I'm not sure they could actually get in if you blocked it off there. I'm assuming they can't, right? So yeah, I just built a couple of ramps. I built this at a higher level. So I went to the back and there's a higher piece on the right there. So I just started from that area. This is where they can do all the recycling. Collect stuff for me. I bought some wooden fences around the house there. Just kind of makes it look nice and clean. Kind of cooking area. So yeah, there's lots of room here. I mean, you can turn this into a whole bowling alley or a soccer field, or whatever you want. Whereas before it was just dirt and didn't look as elegant. And then these barmen have to stay there, so you can't actually move them. They're actually stuck in that area, so you know, they don't actually move, they don't leave. So this is my bunker. This is was my original first sleeping area. I spent a lot of time blocking this off so they couldn't get in from the front. It's a nice little bunker. Works out to be a nice little armory or something. But I had a whole bunch of beds here originally before I started building the top, and then I removed them so I could get them to move onto the top. And then a lot of my settlers fall through the floor for whatever reason, so I had to build a door here. As you can see, these guys are just like sitting here doing nothing, just hanging out. So I built them a door just so hopefully they can get out there. But before I had this whole area blocked off. It's also a great area if you need to do the building glitch where you drop guns. You don't have to, you've got some dirt that you can drop it on. There's old Connie Abernathy there. I don't know why she died. I just found her dead. I did this settlement late and I found both her and her husband dead as I arrived, and only Lucy's survived in Abernathy. So these are these barns that are built. Like I said, they look pretty ugly when you first put them there, but what you can do is you can find these half walls and you can actually fit them in and cover all the broken glass, so they look actually really nice once you do that. It's a little tricky, so I had to do them on the outside and the inside, but you can actually build walls on the outside and inside and then turn it into a nice looking little barn here, and then you put these vendor stores in there. I couldn't do it on the right here because these things in the middle are very finicky in terms of where they sit in location. So you have to play around with them, and you can actually connect the sheds together, but you have to do it before you build the walls. The walls just generally don't go with the sheds, and if you move the sheds, the walls get left behind. I found that kind of interesting. Well, there you go. I hope you enjoyed my settlement. I hope you got some ideas for your own. And thank you for watching, and if you did enjoy the video, please hit the like button and please consider subscribing to the channel. Enjoy, and I appreciate your support.